Look, I don't know about you guys. I'm sure most of you guys will agree with me on this one, but I hope Dragon Ball Super doesn't take any more breaks, at least not for a little while, okay? At least not for a few months, all right? Because we've got so many, like, week off breaks of Super. It's like, no, like, this storyline's getting so good, you know? Like, I'm really invested in this storyline, you know what I mean? But, anyways, folks, Dragon Ball Super is back this week with episode 59. Japanese title. Let me get into my Japanese voice here. Kaioshin Gowasu o Mamore Zamasu o Hakaiseyo. I think I did it right. It doesn't matter. That translation is protect Kaioshin Gowasu, destroy Zamasu, as we continue the unraveling of the Black Zamasu mystery. So this guy Zamasu, man, what a smug like dick this guy is. What a dick. So the episode starts out with him like with this freaking shit-eating grin on his face, smiling, showing up and whatnot. Goku and Beerus, meanwhile, have a very, very serious look on their face, looking like badasses. Zamasu greets everybody, and he recognizes, of course, the Supreme Kai, the Universe 7 Kaioshin. Now, want to point out something. This is very different than what we saw in the Dragon Ball Super manga. Chapter 16 of the Dragon Ball Super manga, we find out that in the manga story, again, there's two diverging stories from the original manuscript. In the Toyotaro story, Zamasu actually trained with Kaioshin and Kibito. Like, he actually sparred with them. So, in the anime, they make it seem like Zamasu's never seen that Kaioshin, or at least he hasn't seen him in a long time. Whereas in the manga, they make it seem like they train or they know each other, and they hang out. I mean, it's not really a big deal, but it's interesting how it's different in the anime. So, Zamasu then, is asking about time rings and whatnot, or anything like that. Then Beerus, basically what's going on is Zamasu's wondering why they're there, and Beerus is like, well, Goku wants to fight you again. And then Goku's like, no, I don't. And then Beerus hits him, and it's just an explanation. It's just Beerus does not want to tell Zamasu that he's on to him. You know what I mean? Zamasu, on the other hand, wants to go ahead and spar with him again. Like, sure, we'll have our rematch, but Beerus is like, no, let's go ahead and have tea. And then Whis creates the tea with his wand. Now, thanks to Herms for this translation, of course, he creates those white balls that were in the next episode preview. They're called Daifuku, or as I'm going to call them during this episode, Daifuck you. And, no. So, it's basically a rice cake filled with bean jam. From the earth, of course. Thanks to Herms for letting us know about that. Lovely food that we have here on our planet. Let's all sit back today and be thankful of all the good food that we have here on Earth, right? Other universes don't have this kind of shit. So, Beerus is almost 100% sure that Zamasu wants to kill Gowasu, kind of like how we are. He's, it's like, I can sense he has the urge to kill, which I thought was really funny, because didn't we all sense that a few weeks ago? Didn't we all, as Dragon Ball fans, kind of figure that out? So, Goku's like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a bad guy, the naive Goku, and Beerus is like, no, trust me. But they can't just kill him for no reason. They can't stop them until they have evidence. They need proof. They can't just... Basically, here's the way it works, guys, that the gods of destruction have dominion to destroy things at will, right? Within their own universe. And then you have the attendants like your Whis and your Vados, and they're there pretty much to correct the mistakes of if the gods go too far. But the one thing you cannot do as a god of destruction is you cannot kill a god from another universe without probable cause. So, to quote Terminator 2, when John Connor tells, Arnold, you can't just go around killing people. That's pretty much what this is, right? So they need proof. So they leave the planet and they insist on spying on them to see what Zamasu's going to do. Of course, Zamasu then goes and gives Gowasu some green tea for the working man. And then we have a really cool scene. We have this awesome transition to the future where Black is talking to Zamasu, future Zamasu. Remember, there's a future Zamasu. And it looks like this green, tree house, by a lake or something. Like a green resort by a lake. And in the future, they're both wearing the green Potara. So that's how you can tell whether or not it's present or future Zamasu. The present one has the orange Potara. The future one has the green ones. I know some of you guys pointed that out to me in the past in my episode preview, and you were right. I never denied you. That is true. The Potara is a good way to tell the difference. And those of you who caught that, you should be very proud of yourselves. Some of y'all Dragon Ball fans are really, really smart. you seriously, I'm not even kidding, and I'm glad that you're enjoying this arc as much as I am. At least I hope you are. So Goku, of course, shows off Super Saiyan Rose, whatever you want to call it, pink hair, and he's like, next time I'm definitely gonna beat Goku. And Zamasu's like, well, if you do that, if you beat him, who are you gonna train with to get stronger? And Zamasu's like, well, I don't know, and maybe you could use the Super Dragon Balls to become an immortal. But then he's like, well, maybe you'll get rusty. I don't know. It's kind of weird. And Zamasu says that it's ironic that they need mortals to help their Zero Mortals plan. And we talked about the Zero Mortals plan in the past. I did a video about what I think the plan is. I'm gonna leave comments down below about, or I'm gonna leave in the description down below a link to a video I did. I want you guys to check out where I talk about this. All right. Also, I have a video that I went up earlier today about the Z Sword from the manga, which might explain how Trunks got so strong. You might want to check that video out too. I hope you enjoy that content. So, anyways, Zamasu has a plan to wipe out all mortals. I covered it. We're going to see what actually is going on in a few weeks. So, then they go to the future and they have like a scene with Mai, like playing with the two kids in the future. And then we go to Trunks, who's thinking about future Mai and present Mai spying on him. So that storyline's still going on. Future Trunks is going through one of his little emo freaking, oh, woe is me, I miss my, moist, beta male little things. I'm just kidding, but it's funny. Pilaf is like, oh, well, now Pilaf tells Kid Mai, oh, you should make your move now. It's like, come on now, bro. Trunks is vulnerable, so I think it might be a good chance for Mai to, like, steal his heart. It's like, bro, he already likes you in the future, like, And poor kid Trunks is like, what about me? We can make this happen. We're about the same age, even though we're really not. Who knows? This is wacky Dragon Ball. So we have a really interesting scene. I think one of the highlights of this episode, and really one of the highlights of this arc, dude. So Kid Trunks shows up, and he just starts berating future Trunks. He's like, look at you. You're being emo. You can't protect Mai like this. You can't protect a woman like this. He's like, look at you. He's like, you know what? Get up and fight me. And you call yourself a Saiyan, and he transforms, dude. I'm like, wait a minute. They're going to do Trunks versus Trunks? I mean, like, look, a lot of us kind of thought they were going to do some wacky stuff with Kid Trunks and Future Trunks, maybe even train, but then I didn't expect this. So Kid Trunks punches Future Trunks in the face. And Future Trunks is like, what the hell, bro? Like literally, bro. I mean, they're not really brothers. They're the same freaking person, different timeline. But I'm just like, whoa, like, that was cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was cool, and I think it added some development to Kid Trunks. I think Kid Trunks really needs development. Kid Trunks needs development. So, I'm glad I did this. So, we go to the commercial, we come back, Gowasu's eating those die fuck yous and drinking the tea. He says he likes it. Meanwhile, the gang of gods, which is Beerus, I'm excited right now, guys. Excuse me. Beerus, Whis, Goku, Kaioshin are watching this from like space inside the orb. Goku's of course hungry. Zamasu is giving him the tea, and the tea's not bad. The tea's not. People who thought he was gonna get poisoned, that's not what happened. Actually, it's not. That wasn't the plan. While he was drinking the tea, Zamasu wants to get him from behind. Oh boy, yeah. Go ahead and make your jokes on that. On what I just said. But anyways, so Zamasu is like, I thought about what you said and the balance of good and evil and mortals and gods. And you know what? I agree with you. And then Gowasu's like, you know what? I'm glad that you came to your senses and you're not going to be... There's no possible way Zamasu could be evil. Lo and behold, the freaking guy lights up his psionic blade. They play the creepy music. Gowasu chokes on the food. Then he chops Gowasu. Ba-bam! Pretty much taking his life. And then, folks... Whis turns back time. That's right, folks. He does the time reversal technique. I have another video where I covered the time reversal technique. I'll leave that one in the description as well for you guys to check out. So those of you who predicted that Whis would turn back time, you are... Do I even have to say it? You know what? I'm going to say it. You are a great prognosticator. Congratulations on that. You guys got that one correct. Give yourselves a round of applause. So... Whis turns back time. He warps to Universe 10 again, or to that place they were in. And right when he's about to hit him, an oven mitt appears on Zamasu's hand, which I thought was awesome. Beerus is there with a pissed off look on his face, and I'm like, all right, bro, it's time to regulate. Just hit the east side on the LBC. Yeah, I don't know if y'all might be too young for that song, man. But anyways, I'm out of control tonight, yo. Y'all have to excuse me. I'm out of control, all right? So I love Dragon Ball. So Whis explains he tried. Whis shows up. He cuts off the oven mitt. The whole team shows up. Beerus is pissed. Beerus and Whis tell Gowasu the whole story about how Zamasu was going to kill him, and then the psionic blade was the proof. They tell him the whole thing about the future. Like Kaioshin says that Zamasu wants to kill Gowasu, steal the time rings, use the Super Dragon Balls, destroy mortals, and all that shit. And Gowasu's like, Zamasu, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And all of a sudden, Zamasu's got his psionic blade behind him, and then Goku's like, yeah, I fought you in the future. And he goes to attack Goku, and Beerus just blocks his shit. What up, bro? I'm just like, whoa. He just blocked him like nothing, bro. What a god, pun intended. Beerus says Hakai, which means destruction. Bam, bro. He literally turns Zamasu into dust, son. This was so awesome. It's about time we got to see Beerus in action again. How long has it been? The Battle of Gods arc. Goku then, tells pretty much he's all like surprised. It was just awesome, dude. What a great scene. This was a great scene, guys. Is that one scene. Then we go back to Kid Trunks and Future Trunks. Future Trunks thanks him and shakes his hand. This was a great moment. Future Trunks is like, thank you for knocking some sense into me, so I can stop being so damn emo here, And then all of a sudden, Whis shows up with the whole crew. Bang, Kaioshin, Goku, Beerus. They're all there, and Beerus says that, hey, I got good news, guys. I got good news. Zamasu's dead. Yay! Everybody's cheering, And then Beerus says, well, with Zamasu dead, Goku Black should be gone and the future should be fine. Because the idea here is if they kill President Zamasu before he commits those acts, even if he has a time ring, he can't screw around with other timelines because he hasn't done it yet. See what I'm saying? That's the idea here, okay? That's what Beerus is saying, okay? But Trunks is like, wait a minute, no. Like with the androids, just because the present Zamasu's dead doesn't mean the future one's dead. Like, in the present, 17 and 18 kind of became good guys, right? But in the future, they were still kind of douchebags, and Trunks had to go into the future to kill them. And he did, and because the two timelines are different. And Trunks is like, we can't celebrate now, but Beerus is like, no, don't worry about it. With gods, it's different. I don't really know what that even means. We're going to have to wait till next week to find out. Bulma is also very skeptical, and Beerus is like, oh, don't worry, trust me. And that's the end of the episode. But next episode preview after the credits, folks. Zamasu and Black are still in the future alive. Vegeta, Trunks, and Goku once again go face Black and Zamasu. And so Beerus was wrong, and Trunks was right. The future Zamasu and future Black do still exist. How do they even come to be created? We don't know yet. We're not going to know for probably a couple of weeks now, but that's Dragon Ball Super episode 59. The story is still going. We still don't know who Black is. Still don't know what Zamasu's real plan is. We're going to know soon, but we do know that round 3, well, if you include the Goku fight, this is round 3 of the Z fighters or the Saiyans or whatever against the corrupted Goku and the evil Zamasu is starting next week. So let's see how this fight turns out. And I wonder if Zamasu's still immortal. I'm curious about where that's going to go. Well, who knows? Who knows what? I assume he is, but who really knows? Let me know your thoughts down below, what you thought about this episode. Thank you as always for watching the review. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. That would be very kind of you, and enjoy the content. I got almost 800 videos for you to watch. If you're bored, I promise you I got something for you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I will talk to you guys later.